Tina.
Hi.
You made it back.
I missed you guys.
Oh, that's right. She was off last week.
Yes. Wow.
You had a little ting going on in the family. You're trying to get a knee done, right? You're usually on your knees, but you're trying to get the knee done.
Whoa. 5 seconds in.
Rude. Jeez.
So what happened to your
Lord.
husband? He needs knee replacement?
Yeah, but that's not what happened yet.
Oh.
So we still
Stop
gotta go
beating
through
him
that.
up.
I know, right?
She's doing the little ting like that lady ties James Caan to the bed. And what's that girl's name?
Misery.
Yeah.
Misery.
Yeah. Just, you doing that to your husband?
Yeah, sledgehammering him.
That's okay. We got him a gift so that he can always find her.
What? My shirt?
No.
What
What my husband sent to your house?
Oh my God! Like I don't have enough problems. Her husband sends me one of them bells to give to him, so when he needs something, he's good. Ring-a-ring-a-ring-a-ring.
Like a dinner bell kind of
Yeah.
thing?
I'm like, Heather, I'm going to kill you and Josh Paul, both of you.
She says, you know what happened? She goes, I went outside because I was like, hey, Amazon, my husband sent something and Amazon sent something to your house. Go get it. So she comes in, she goes, I didn't even have to open that thing. I heard it the second I picked up that package.
I mean, you could have done a shock collar, need a little something.
Hey, that's a good idea. Isaiah.
Hello, Isaiah.
Oh, hello.
Are you here today?
You're
our man.
I hope so.
Yeah. Well, you're splitting carries with Eric, so we never know which guy we're doing.
All right, Brenda.
The next 2 weeks you got Eric, so.
Okay, Tina was invited last night, so we go to Journey, right? Oh, but so the ending to your husband is he's waiting for knee replacement, right?
Still, yes.
That's the deal?
Yep.
We don't know yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
I can't wait to call him One Wheel.
Then he's supposed to get the second one done in November.
Oh. Then it is Misery.
He's got to have both wheels up?
Oh,
both
yeah.
wheels?
Both. Yep.
Jeez.
I know it.
So last night we go to Journey. Tina was invited, but she was, making sure her husband was okay and big family stuff. So we go to the concert. And I'm getting new teeth, whatever. I've got old girls need new teeth. So I've got these teeth. Well, they make a mold. They said, don't drink anything hot. Don't eat any potato chips. What do you think I did? Did both. So it cracks in half at 3 p.m. right before the concert. And I'm an artist, so I pulled over and just got out some white tooth paint I use for pictures and stuck some Florident or whatever that is. Dent and molded 4 pieces, and I looked like meth teeth. I saw everybody. Pete the Sports Geek. Who all did we run into, Heather?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God. Lynn Austin. Who else was there, Heather?
Chad Florin and his wife sat by us, and so she's explaining to everybody every time she'd see somebody. First of all, she says to me, is it noticeable? I said, hey, listen, here's what you need to do tonight. Don't smile. Do the smile where you don't show your teeth, but she can't do that.
Right.
So every time she'd see somebody, she'd have her big, like, hey, smile. And they were like, huh, what is that? And then she'd explain it to every single person. I broke my
God.
teeth.
Yeah. But anyway, great show. So Mike O hooked a lot of people up in section 129, which is right by the backstage. So we got to see the little Munchkin Journey singer. He's so
That's
sweet.
rude.
No, loved the band. But I sat next to, I believe it was the drummer's cousin. And, the dude that was always on the BioSpine commercials, remember? I went to Bio because of that guy.
Really?
They did his back.
Really?
Mm-hmm, he did commercials for him a couple years back. But so anyway, we got to see a bunch of, with Sean and all those peeps in the band. They are so short, though, but do they pull the beef? Let me tell you, the women.
Right.
Did you see the woman in the gold formal? And that was his woman.
Yeah.
She was running around passing out free T-shirts. In fact, I think the Heather T-shirt she gave Tina is from the band.
No,
Yeah.
here's what happened. Chad
Yeah.
Florin stands up because they start giving out T-shirts. He goes, oh, this is my chance. And I was like, what are you doing? And he stands up. He puts his hands up, and they throw the T-shirt directly at Chad. He hands it to me. He goes, all right, how many more do we need? He stands up and starts waving his hands. They gave him like 7 T-shirts. I don't know why, but they all kept coming to Chad. He's like, Tina, here's you. Here's this lady in front of me. Here's BL here. And I was like, what?
Well, thank you, Chad. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
For my shirt. I'm like, why are they throwing them all to Chad? Probably because he's a guy and they probably figured he could catch and give them to everybody else.
My seats were all messed up. So, Tina, you're glad you would have been stressed. So I was in row A. Heather was in row B. Lauren was in row C.
Yeah.
Mike O was sprinkled around. And, oh, my God, you guys. So 6 months ago, I invited you guys the day we got back together at Christmas. I said, we're all going to Journey. Or I told you something within those few weeks. You're like, oh, yeah, May. So it rolls around. The third party, I purchased on Ticketmaster, but whoever that third party was on those seats didn't put in the bill until 6 weeks later. My husband goes, did you use the rhymes with American Express?
That's not
That's
rhyming.
rhyming.
That's actually the name.
That's the
Did
name.
you make a
Credit
total of this amount? I go, no. What are you talking about? All of a sudden, he cancels the seats. What? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he did. He canceled them. And I go, well, 6 days later, I found out. So be careful when you're ordering on all those sites. And Ticketmaster is the go-to, of course. Oh, we met Mr. Benchmark last night, too.
Yes.
Tyrus
Tyrus.
O'Neill.
Great guy. Great
Really
guy.
good.
His wife is such a nice person. Yeah.
He
We also got to meet Mrs. Florin last night. She came to the concert with us, and she could be one of my favorite new people on the planet.
not just yours.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So corporate sponsor the show, and they said tell you hello, and we'll go to a concert soon. We have a pit bull toddler coming up. We have the Wilson van. There's all kinds of concerts. So be sporting it. Get them points of your up, sitting up high. Yeah.
So the concert was good. You guys enjoyed?
We
Yeah,
we
let's
could
get
not
the-
have been closer to the stage. Bale's like, yeah, let's go down and check out our seats at first just to see where we're at. We get all the way down, and I was like, could we get on the stage maybe? Like, her seat was like right at the end. You could have set a little something across and just landed on the stage.
You know what, though, Tina? We've had those seats before. That's that same section that's right by backstage. And it's usually family seats of the band or of radio stations. 106, the Eagle is always in there with their listeners. But you think you can't get a good view. I mean, you get to see everybody up close and personal. Well,
Yeah.
there goes section 129 right there.
Yeah, thanks for putting that out there. We'll never get those seats again. You know what the craziest thing is, though, in that section? Like, there's us, and you clearly it's Journey, and so there's older fans, and they're out there dancing and having a great time. And then all of a sudden, I look over next to us in our section, and I'm like, there's about 20, maybe 19 to 25-year-old girls. And I was like, hell, are you supposed to be here? It was such a bizarre thing because you don't expect to see that at a Journey concert. You expect it to be like, oh, yeah, back in my day, you know, and all that stuff. And I was like, are you old enough to be here?
The 20-year-olds are taking over their mom and dad's bands.
Yeah.
You guys, we've talked about it before. There was an influencer. I'm sorry, Tina.
It's okay. Go ahead.
But she's in like row 7 on the floor. Had the face of Anna Nicole Smith and the body of,
Really?
if you can imagine, right? She's had way too many drinks. And I'm watching this from the front.
I know
And
exactly who
first
you're talking about.
First you see 2 cameras going, and then you see 6, and then there's 20. You can feel that there's going to be clothes come off any second. And she did raise the skirt a little bit, but I was going to step in and C-block everybody because I was not going to let something happen.
She also was going low, low, low.
Oh, yeah.
low. Like when she got down to the ground, I was like, is she going to make it back up? And boop, right back up. I was like, all right.
And she
Yeah.
was in the aisle doing stripper style, right?
Yes.
And I'm talking A-team. So the dude that's running that section, you know those guys can't let us mess around. They're like, get back in your seats, right? He's like, whew, I just give up. It's the 5th time, but let's just watch this show unfold. So finally, she was so drunk. We all had an eye on her. Nothing bad would have happened, of
She
course.
by herself?
No, she was
had
with a guy.
A date,
Oh,
a
yeah.
hot guy.
Yeah.
But there was this Poindexter in front of her that was just, I'm just going to say, he was videoing him with her. The fan was videoing, and I'm just saying he's probably not even out of bed yet this morning.
Right, Brenda.
I'm telling you, it was so hot. But yeah, tons of influencers and young people carrying on the torch of classic rock.
My favorite part is like, so Chad was talking to me, and all of a sudden, like, the singer comes off the stage, and he's going through the crowd, and people are like, yeah, this is amazing. But the security guards were so big, and the singer, I swear, if he's 5'2", I'd be shocked. So he's walking around and he's singing, and the security guards are all blocking him. And Chad's like, "Where'd he go?" And so I was like, yeah, they need to like move to the side a little bit because you can't see him. And he was like walking by our section, and I was like, is he down there?
He was right. I could have put a beer on his head.
Yeah.
He was right in front of me. I'm like
so
thinking,
rude.
I never had a spinner or a
All
wing nut.
right.
What were you going to say?
Well, first of all, I was going to say I saw Journey with the new singer years ago, and you never would think that they would find somebody that sounds like Steve Perry ever again in your lifetime. The dude sounds just like him.
just like
I mean,
him.
it's crazy.
But then it was weird. They were switching up songs. So it would be the singer singing, and then the drummer would start singing, and he sounded like
Really?
Steve Perry.
Oh, he was
And then
so
they
good.
have a keyboard player from Las Vegas that he was singing, and he sounded just like Steve Perry. So they were like switching off, and all of a sudden there they are, and they all three sounded just like Steve Perry.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird.
Wow, that's
the one
weird.
the one dude backstage with a lammy, he just tapped me on the toe, like the camel toe, and he says, "Hey."
Brenda,
He says, "Hey, lady." I got the "Hey, lady." Back in the day with Julie Williams, I would get the passes slid under the shoe for Bon Jovi, right? No, not anymore at 62. So he goes, "Hey, lady." I'm like, "Yeah, what? I got a wedding ring on." "No, not you." He goes, "Who's that girl with you?" I go, "That's Heather Paul, Josh Paul's wife."
All right, with
He
the
goes,
name.
"Are you sure she's married?" I go, "Dude, she's married." He's like, "Oh, I got 2 band members that just love her." I'm going, "Thanks."
He goes,
Allegedly.
I look over, I see BL pointing to her ring, and I'm like, what are you doing? And she was like, ugh, like all miffed. And I turn around, she goes, yeah. And she, unnamed band member, she goes, he was interested in you. And I said, she is very married.
Oh, my
And I was like, oh my gosh. And so then I got home and I told my husband that, and he said, look at BL having my back.
Yeah, that's why we get to go out, the 3 of us, because our men are cool with it. They're not jealous or freaked out because we don't go out to get aid, you know?
Well,
Get
and-
what?
Rhymes with aid.
All right.
Or
well,
a
then,
piece, you know?
So then here's Chad Florin's take on that, because we were talking about it, and him and his wife both go, oh, well, nice way to block us from being able to go backstage, Brenda. I was,
that's all they're worried
that's
about.
what they were interested in.
Oh my God. Well, I was going to say too, my husband and and our son, he always connects to the Bluetooth and plays his crappy music. The other day we were going somewhere, maybe to dinner or something. Pink Floyd comes on the radio. I couldn't snap my head around fast enough. I go, did you just play this? And he's like, yeah. I mean, he plays the stuff that you can't understand what they're saying, or it's just horrible music and it makes my ears bleed. But he turned Pink Floyd on, and I was like,
Wow.
oh my God, I couldn't be more proud right now.
All things that are old are coming back.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And we talked about this a little bit, but all of a sudden, my kid, who I've actually never heard of her sing ever in my life, performed for her school. And she got up there, said, I'm going to do a solo. And I'm like, oh, really? What are you going to sing? She's like, Fiona Apple. And I'm like, Fiona Apple? What do you know about Fiona Apple? She's like, I love her. No idea, but it came back. And then I will say, when my kid performed it, woo.
Crazy, right?
It was hot.
Yeah.
And speaking of hot, we have Julie Weintraub coming in next hour, right?
Yes, we do. Top of the hour, she'll be coming in and hanging out with us. So,
So, hey, thanks for representing you guys in the audience, making your kids, just casually having that music on. It's so cool to see the young kids. And I don't have any. I have stepkids, but
I used to quiz mine in the car because I always have 80s music on. Def Leppard comes on. I'm like, all right, who sings this? It was funny. Prince came on one time, and he's like, he goes, Queen. I go, no, another deck in the car, another car in the deck. And then what was... And then he said something else, and I'm like, no, Prince, like
and
the
now they're all
kings,
like,
the
God, is
queens."
it Taylor Swift again, Mom? Is it really? Can we
don't-
change the channel?
They don't allow me to play that in the car. Only on my birthday last month was I allowed to play Taylor Swift going to dinner. Besides that, I get nothing.
Well, something you can get. Spring is in full swing, and Hooters is the place to be. Score a spring special, 10 buffalo shrimp and fries for just $9.99 all day, every day. And make sure you wash it down with a $5 bottle of Corona or Corona Light. Plus, Hooters has great specials on Big Daddy mugs of Miller Lite or Blue Moon. And don't forget, every Monday at Hooters is Burger Monday. So you can get a cheeseburger, fries, and a drink for only $9.99. And you can always catch the big games on all their screen. Hooters, always original. We're going to take a short break. You're listening to the SportsChix on 102.5 The Bone. Attorney Well, we just happen to have the best in the Tampa Bay area for you. Head over to florinrobig.com, or you can call 727-786-5000 and make sure you ask for Chad Florin, who got to hang out with us last night at the Journey concert with his wife, and we had a blast. Chad, how'd you survive?
Hey, how's it going?
How'd you survive the concert last night?
Oh, I survived the concert last night. My wife, I can't say the same for her. She was out, out like a light when she got back home. She had way too much fun with you guys. I had such a good time. Thank you again.
Your wife was so funny because at first she's like, I don't think I know any Journey songs. And then all of a sudden, Lovin', Touchin', Squeezin' starts, and she jumps up out of her chair, puts her arms up in the air, and she was like, wait, I know this, and starts singing it. And I was like, let's go. It was amazing.
I told her she would know some songs, and she's like, no, I don't think I know any. And then, yeah, she knew a few of them at the end of the day. And what was great is that she knew all the lyrics, was just belting it out.
Every single one of them. And she jumped up and was like, yes. And I was like, she's one of my favorite new people, Chad. I got to tell you, your wife is hands down one of the best people I've met in a long time. She's hilarious.
Hey, Chad.
Well, I get that so much. It's like people kind of like me, and they're like, "Oh man, I like your wife so much better than you."
Chad, you two were so cute. We had a good time. And, of course, we found you a client in the audience. She's like, I need an attorney because I had Florin Robig on my T-shirt. And she tapped me on the shoulder and goes, hey, I need an attorney. I go, there's one right behind you. That's the man.
Right there.
You give her your cell phone, right? Or
Yeah,
something.
Chad's like, oh, that's my cell phone number. You give me a call. I was like, what?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
Chad, thanks for
you know
filling in
what?
for me last week anyway, by the way.
Oh, hey, anytime. We had such a good time, and I
Well,
hope
good.
your husband feels better here. So
Thank you.
and enjoy that bell.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
I'm going to kill Heather.
Chad, so last night we didn't have any scuffles or any of those things, but a friend of a friend, he threw the first punch at a neighbor that has been stalking him forever. You know, the whole lot line and this and that. Sometimes neighbors don't mix. Well, the dude
Sometimes.
finally escalated, and he finally just got tired of it, being bullied, and he threw the first punch and nailed the guy's nose. He almost lost everything. This is a friend of a friend in Illinois. So what do you think? Does the guy that throws the first punch, or girl, do they always lose?
No, not at all, but it's totally fact specific, right? I mean, it's, last week we were talking a lot about stand your ground. Obviously we were talking about, guns in those types of situations, but you don't necessarily have to have a gun. You are allowed to protect yourself if you are in fear of imminent bodily harm. You can 100% protect yourself in that situation. What I tell people, though, you always have to take this into account, is that if you do get into a scuffle, if you do get into a fight with somebody, even if you're not the one that started it, you do have to expect that you're probably going to get arrested in that situation, right? When the cops arrive, usually everyone's getting arrested that's involved in it, so you always have to take that into account. But you don't, I don't know everything that took place with the dispute with you and your neighbor, but you certainly aren't allowed to go punch your neighbor because you guys are arguing over who's cutting whose grass and stuff like that. You need to feel genuinely threatened that you are going to experience bodily harm from someone. And a reasonable person in those same circumstances would also need to feel that same threat. So that's something that you do need to take into account, and it's a fact-by-fact case.
So, Chad, I have a quick question on that then. So, for example, if I play Taylor Swift for every break and then Heather gets mad at me for doing so, that she punches me, what could happen?
Well, there is a known case involving Taylor Swift that if somebody plays Taylor Swift too much, you are allowed to punch them in the face.
Thank
That is
you.
not true,
I
Chad.
stick to that every single time.
Not true at
Thank
all.
you, Chad.
You know what's so funny about the neighbor thing? The neighborhood that I grew up in, there were these two houses, and there was a tall strip of grass, not even like a half-inch thick, that ran down the 2 yards for years because one person went over the line and cut the other one's grass, and they hated that so much that they literally, it was the running joke of the neighborhood. There was a I mean, it was probably 5 inches tall that would go down the middle of their yards because that's how stupid they were with each other. And if somebody accidentally cuts your grass, they're doing you a favor.
Right.
It's not like, I don't know if they ever threw punches or whatever, but that was the most, I'll never forget that as long as I live. One of the most ridiculous things ever.
If somebody accidentally starts cutting my grass, I'm like, go all the way around.
I know. And that's what I mean. It's just so nitpicky and stupid. And the Friends and Neighbors show, BL, are you still watching that?
Yep.
Did you see the second season yet?
Yes, I watched it. I'm caught up.
And when the dog is coming over and going to the bathroom in her yard and she keeps stepping in it.
Did you see that, Chad?
No, I haven't seen that.
It's on.
I mean,
it's on.
My yard is so popular for dogs. They love my yard. I don't know why.
So if they let them doo-doo in your yard, you go over and punch them. Who's at fault? There.
See,
that's a good reason to punch somebody.
We had a neighbor that did that, and I said, listen, because you're on camera, right? I know who you are. You're on camera. So I put a sign outside my house that said, you need to pick this up, because it was right by where I get in my car. And she didn't pick it up. And I said, listen, you got to pick this up. And I put a sign, you know who you are, pick this up. Because if you don't, the next thing I'm going to do is print the photo of you and your dog and put it here. She walked by the sign. I see it on my camera. And she looked at the sign and laughed and walked away. So the next day, I printed the picture and I put it out there. And then she has since avoided my house at all costs. Still didn't pick it up, but all the neighbors in the neighborhood said, thank you for doing that, because she was so shamed that now she finally walks around with bags and picks stuff up.
Well, now in the Friends and Neighbors thing, so she picked up the dog doo, took it over to the neighbor and handed it to her in a gift bag. And so then they hired a construction company to build a fence, in between the houses, and they're having all the construction workers park in front of her driveway and doing all this kind of stuff. Well, they put a porta potty right on the edge of the lawn just so she could smell it and whatever. And her drunk ex-sister-in-law went over and pushed the porta potty over. She fell in it, and she's the one that got arrested.
You just ruined the entire show for me in case I was about to watch it.
I was going to bring that up later today. Chad, do you get that a lot with the lot line? Is there constant people battling at it?
No, we don't really handle those types of cases. We have other attorneys that we can refer you to if you're having disputes with your neighbor, and if you're in a porta potty though and somebody pushes it over and hurts you, that's a little bit different story. But gosh, man, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Well, one of the things that's happening that I find kind of fascinating and also kind of scary is Home Depot, and I think it's also Lowe's.
Yes.
They have license plate scanners in the parking lots now, so they can scan your license plate if they feel like somebody has stolen something or something like that. What is that legal? Because that seems to me that might be a little bit over the line on your privacy if it's not a sign somewhere that says your license plate could be scanned in this parking lot.
Yeah, are you one of those people that are maybe slipping something in your pockets, in your purse before you leave? Listen. There's no reasonable expectation of privacy that you have in public spaces. So you can be filmed, you can be recorded, you can just be watched by people when you're out and about. And I don't think having those license plate scanners, I don't think that violates any law. And in fact, from a business standpoint, I think it's kind of a cool thing that they're utilizing. And I don't know exactly what they're doing with the information, but with the advent of AI, I'm wondering if at some point in time they're going to start feeding those license plates into AI and find out what types of things they're losing on a regular basis. And if there's some way they can extrapolate, when this license plate shows up, we always got like tools going missing or something like that. And that's going to help them catch individuals. But even just by itself, I think that is probably a good deterrent for Home Depot. And I get it. People hate the privacy issue that goes along with it. And there's going to be some public backlash. But I'm assuming that they've already taken that into account. And they're saying, well, if it stops X amount of loss over the year, it's totally worth it. Now, the only difference, like in public, though, like I'm saying, you can be filmed, you can be recorded. That's why, surveillance cameras out in front of businesses and stuff, that's totally fine. If somebody is recording audio, even if you're in a public space, like let's say if you're like sitting in a park or somewhere where like maybe you do have some type of reasonable expectation of privacy, and maybe they're recording you without you knowing it, on audio recording, that is illegal in Florida for the audio portion. But just, video surveillance, things like that, I don't think that's running afoul of the law whatsoever. In fact, what's kind of crazy is I just had a case that I was working on. There's kind of crime spree going on, and this was up in North Florida, where a group of guys broke into a vacant building, tore the place to pieces, stole a bunch of copper out of the, out of the facility. And what was weird about the whole situation is they left like thousands of dollars of tools behind the scene, and you're going, well, why would you go and steal all of this copper to potentially sell it, but then leave behind these expensive tools? Well, what their MO is they go to Home Depots and Lowe's and they steal the tools from there, and then they go and commit the crime, and then they just leave them behind potentially so there's more room to store all the stuff that they just took, and then they can go and get more tools elsewhere.
Yeah, Lowe's, and I'm sorry, we're on with Chad Florin from Florin Robig. Lowe's was saying, okay, first of all, we only use the information if we know somebody shoplifted, and then we go and look at the tape to see what cars go in and out, and then they try to nail it down from there. But they're literally saying that there's rings of people that do this, go and steal all the time and either resell them or do what you were just saying. So, yeah, it's crazy. But they're also saying...
having those...
Go ahead, Chad.
Oh, yeah, no, but having those license plates, think about how helpful that is for actually catching people afterwards, because maybe you see them on camera picking the stuff up, and then you see them walk out the door, and you go, well, great, they paid in cash. I got no idea who this person is. Well, now you got a license plate to go with it.
Yeah.
It makes it way easier to catch those people.
And the company that is doing this is also saying that they can use it for the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children also. So if something had come up, so there's always good and bad. People are always worried about privacy at times, but it's also, I think, hey, if you're not doing anything wrong, and you shouldn't worry about it as long as they're not selling the information of your tag or something somewhere.
See, I always worry that they'll read my license plate, even though I didn't steal anything, but I was at Home Depot buying stuff because I'm there all the time. So it makes me nervous.
Hey, Chad, so we have about 2 minutes left. Can you tell us real quick about your gig you got? Because you work all over the state in Minnesota. Are you allowed to talk about that?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, so we're going to be running commercials up in Minnesota in the Twin Cities area. And I'm going to get to do what I do with y'all, but on the evening news up there on a regular basis.
Whoa!
So, I'm getting some training in radio, and now moving on to, I guess it's not the silver screen. I don't know what you call TV at night, but yeah, I'm very excited about it. I think it's going to be great.
So we propelled your career, is what I'm going to say.
Oh, Heather.
You absolutely did, and far be it from me to ever forget that.
Dude, my husband says I can be your tutor if you know what I'm saying.
All right.
Mrs.
There we go.
Little Mrs. Robinson happening. What's going on at Florin Robig right now? What are we got anything rolling out for the summer? Lots of cases?
Yeah, well, right now, I'm sitting in the man cave and I'm prepping for an arbitration on Monday. So working through the weekend, hopefully get a good result in this. It's a Hurricane Ian claim. Down in Fort Myers, a building just got decimated by that storm, and so we're going to go and plead our case and hopefully get a great result for the client on Monday and Tuesday.
It's so crazy that all this time later, we're still trying to get claims done for Hurricane Ian. We have somebody in our neighborhood that just now, like a week ago, they ended up getting their roof fixed.
Our sidewalks are still messed up, and they've literally come out twice with 2 different color paint, marking it out where they're supposed to fix it. Still the same.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, my sidewalks in my neighborhood are a disaster. We had trees that went down and turned some of these sidewalks into like a skate park. There's like ramps, and they still haven't been fixed. I don't think they're ever going to be fixed, but we let the city know we got yellow paint all over the place, too.
That's funny.
I get it.
Well, Chad, if you are looking for a personal injury attorney, Chad is your guy, florinrobig.com or 727-786-5000. Be sure to check him out on Facebook and Instagram because they are hilarious videos that I think we're going to be a part of soon, Chad.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you are. I'm getting you involved, kicking and screaming.
Let's do it.
Well, thank you for hanging out with us last night, and tell Mrs. Florin hello, and we hope she's doing okay today after hanging out with us last night.
Oh, she's having a blast with the kids right now, I'm sure.
Love you. Bye, buddy.
Bye, Chad.
We're going to take a short break. You're listening to the SportsChix on 102.5 The Bone. Broken laptops, desktop computers, printers, iPads that you don't know what to do with. Well, I have a solution for you. Contact our friends at Urban E-Recycling. They will handle your hard drive disposal and give you a certificate of data destruction so you don't have to worry about your information getting out on the dark web. They also have locations, in Tampa, Orlando, and Sarasota. There is no charge. It's the coolest thing. You can contact them to drop it off. They can come pick it up, and it is free. Go to urbanerecycling.com for more information on what they do and don't take. And if you do contact them, tell them that the SportsChix sent you. First day in radio. You're going to move your microphone and not turn it off.
Sorry.
Holy cow.
Yay!
Sorry.
Wow.
I didn't think it was going to be that loud.
True professional right there.
Wow. Yeah, that was. First day in radio.
Hey,
First day in
no
radio.
T Swift for you, okay?
Hey, that was barely a Taylor Swift song anyway. So
What?
that doesn't even count.
It does count.
No, it doesn't.
Do you know
does
why
count.
it counts? Because it started giving me a headache, so it counts.
I'm going to punch you, give you a headache. Woo. Woo. Hey, Bobby Cox just died May 9th.
Yeah.
That was sad. Remember on TBS? Everybody could get TBS, watch the Braves
Yes.
games for so long. And that's where I knew him from. But there was a guy, Taylor.
Of course, Taylor. It's not Taylor,
It's not
but
Taylor
everything is
Broadcasting
Taylor.
System.
Heather, is it Francoeur? Is that how you say his name? Jeff Francoeur, I mean. Anyway, he was telling a story on a podcast or something about Bobby Cox. And I think it's a funny story, but it also is like, okay, now we're talking about the integrity of baseball here because it's kind of weird. But he told this story that he was playing for Bobby Cox, and somehow he got an invitation to play golf with Tiger Woods. Like this was going to be his dream of all dreams. But they had a 1:00 afternoon game, and
Right.
Tiger was playing in the afternoon. Only chance he was going to get to play. So I don't know if he directly told Bobby or Bobby heard him talking about it. And so Bobby Cox literally told him, you get up your first at bat, hit the ball, run it out. And when you get over first base, grab your ankle and act like you twisted it or hurt it a little bit. He goes, I'll send you to the dugout and
trainer.
to the training room and you can go. And he did it. And he left and he got in his car and sped to the golf course. I think they had just started. And he got to do his dream of golfing with Tiger Woods. But you think about that. I mean, the integrity of the game.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised that he actually told that story.
I'm surprised he told that
because-
story, too.
And I mean, he's telling it to, maybe 1 million people listening to that podcast. So,
Well, and there are things that happen, but normally it's, you don't really talk about it. If you get something like that happening, you kind of keep it under the radar.
I guess so. Since he passed,
Since
he's
he
allowed to
passed,
tell
he's like,
that
and
story
he
now.
since he passed, and then he's also no longer a player in the game. Then you
Right.
can, stories like that come out. But
I mean, and people were, the comments were like, "Oh, that's funny," that was nice of him to do that. But then other people were like, "Hey, you're screwing with the game."
yes, but here's how you have to look at it. Was it a regular season game, not a playoff game? Because God knows there's 5 gajillion baseball games. I know this. and so
5 gajillion.
if it's one game and it's during regular season, let's say that your team is tanking anyway.
right,
It's not going to make any difference. Then, you tend to say, okay, well, you can go ahead and go. I'm not saying that happens all the
Right.
time, but,
yeah. Well, in talking about the integrity of the game, all the replay that they can go back and look at everything now. And I watched this video, and it was, I forget, I think it was a Cubs game or something, but the guy hit it down the first base line, and the guy's coming from third, and he goes and slides, and they tag him. Well, they called him safe at home. They go back and show the replay. You literally and then there's a group of umpires or whoever that are looking at this replay.
Right.
Literally, you can see the guy's glove move the pants of the guy sliding before he touches home. Now, replay is for that reason, so you can
Yes.
overturn something if it's wrong, and they still got it wrong. Why? How is that happening?
I have no idea, but the thing that's going to start happening, and because you do have the replay now, right?
Yeah.
And at some point in time, it's going to, if there's one of the reasons why the replay and the cameras, and now you've got the camera behind home plate, and now you've got all these different angles, is for that purpose, because something is getting missed somewhere. It used to be like, oh, well, they come together, the umpires all say this, then that's what it is.
Right.
And it's supposed to be that they can overturn it, but I don't know why. It didn't. Sometimes it goes in someone's favor, and sometimes it doesn't. It just depends on who's making the call,
Right.
And they can fight all they want to, and it's a thing. My husband used to always tell his catchers, listen, this one time, if it's not the all-time in the playoffs and it's going to make or break whether you advance or do something like that, is it worth getting into that fight with that umpire? Because that's going to change your relationship with the umpire.
Right.
So if it's
Yeah.
if it was just something that was a missed call and it sucks, and but it's not going to affect that type of thing. If it's just a regular game, is it worth it? Because you could change your relationship with that umpire.
How often do they get the same people, would you say?
Oh, I don't know how often they change them up. But they change up. So there's the crew that's with them for, like let's say a 5-game series, right? So there's that crew, but then they change them up of where they're located. They're not like, it wouldn't be the same home plate umpire. They would change them around.
Oh.
Yeah. So, because you have to have,
Did Josh Paul ever have anybody stand behind him that hated his guts?
Really, Tina? Really?
I'm just asking.
I can't say any of that stuff on the air.
Oh,
Thanks
come
for
on.
asking.
on, Heather.
Thanks for asking, though, Tina. Pete's sake.
I mean, the umpire thing is always going to be controversial. And I saw a video at a kids game. It might have been high school, and the parent wouldn't shut up, and the ump kept warning them, "I'm not just going to throw you out of here. I'm going to forfeit the whole game."
Oh, man.
And, I mean, when you're in high school sports, it doesn't seem like a big deal. But, I mean, these kids are getting recruited for colleges and stuff, so
Right.
it is a big deal. And that dad would not shut up, and the ump said, "You're done. Everybody's done. Both teams forfeit. Nobody was allowed to play anymore over that one parent."
Well,
yelling.
it's got. Well,
And
it's
can you
gotten a
imagine
lot
being
worse.
that kid?
Yeah, it's gotten a lot worse, and so, so I will say this: my husband's father was that way. He was that guy. Like, he had to watch half of my husband's games outside the fence because they were like, "We can't have you in here.
Oh my God!
We can't have you in here. We can't have you yelling at them the whole time." And he was just that kind of dad, right?
Really?
But it's gotten way worse, and the reason is because now colleges, you're actually getting paid to go and play.
Yes.
So it has changed so much of everything to where parents now look at this as an opportunity. So my kid can get paid to play and go to college. Yeah. So there's a lot more on the line for these parents. So instead of just going and being like, "Oh, well, I hope Junior does well," you go and you say, that guy right there is messing with my kid's opportunity.
Right.
And then you've got a lot of other things going on, like, you don't know if the coach for whatever team also has a vested interest in, like, he also, when he's not coaching on that, he also does something on the side where he makes money coaching privately.
Right.
So then he has certain vested interest in some of those kids on the field, but not all of them.
Right.
So then he starts favoring some of them, and then
Especially if his son plays for him.
right, and then it becomes an issue. So there's so much more it's at stake in the game right now than there ever used to be.
You know what's so funny? So Ryan Day, the coach of the Buckeyes, his son just signed with Northwestern, not Ohio State. He's going to be the quarterback at Northwestern. And just because of this whole Vrabel thing and everything that's going on, they said something about Ryan Day fathered a kid who's going to go play for a different team or something like that. They made it kind of sound like he had an affair or something. I was like, that is so wrong, bro, man.
That thing's just going to keep going.
I know.
It really is just going to keep going.
I still see stuff about it.
Yes.
Almost every day on X. Different pictures and different. Dude, there was a picture of her husband kissing her on Mother's Day. Did you see that?
It was very staged.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, that was very staged. Because, I mean, would you really stand there and be like, oh, on Mother's Day, I'm not sure that's mine, allegedly, but on Mother's Day, let's celebrate you.
I know. I thought that was kind of
on.
odd. Maybe he is just trying to keep the peace. Do you think?
I don't know.
That had to be a rough Mother's Day.
You think so? Good grief.
Oh my gosh, did you see the Jets? You know how they have people that do social media stuff for all the teams and everything. And they did a running joke where they had New York Jets players, at camp and everything right now, call their moms on Mother's Day and ask to borrow $20.
What?
No.
How about no?
and these guys are making millions, right? And it was like one side or the other. Half the moms were like, "Oh, sure, baby, I'll send it to you right now."
I'll cash app you.
They were literally saying, "How do you want me to send it to you?" And the other ones were like, "What?
You got millions of dollars
you
in the
money?
bank, but I'm going to cash app you." No.
I thought that was pretty cute.
That is funny.
Did you like my mom teasing kids video that I sent to you guys that I posted on TikTok?
How do they say they love you anymore? You are absolutely rotten to your children.
What are you guys talking about?
So there's a trend on TikTok where you call somebody, and when they answer, you go, "Hey, I'm really busy right now. Can I call you right back?" And then they just sit there because you called them. And my daughter goes, You called me.
Yeah.
And then she said a bad word. I had to hang up on her.
And then you did the same thing to your son.
And he was working out. So he stopped to answer the phone after a number of rings. And then he was like, "You called me. What do you mean?"
Why do they put up with you anymore? Why? I have no idea. It's the weirdest thing. Like, she does the horrible things to her children. They still call her.
Probably because after she shuts off the camera, she's like, here's an extra $100 for you,
Yeah, I'm paying him off.
Paying him off. She's like, yeah, but this is for TikTok. It's fine. I can abuse you like this because it's for TikTok.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was getting ready to text my daughter and ask her what she was doing at the time because I didn't know. And she goes, "I'm just trying to get something to eat." So she was in the middle of eating, and I interrupted that. And then she types back, "The hell's wrong with you?"
You think? Good grief. Well, right now, it is time for us to do this. It's time for this day, this sports play of the week. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hi,
That's sports
Isaiah.
play of the week.
I gave you a clock.
Hold on.
It is Hitman.
It's time for the sports play of the week, sponsored by the Golden Diamond Source.
Vegas Golden Knights' Mitch Marner between the legs goal on a breakaway in Game 6 was one of the best goals I have seen in quite some time.
That was unbelievable. For him to come flying up, he dead stopped, gets the goalie to go to that side of the net, still controlled the puck, and then slid it back around to the other side through his legs. Yeah. That was the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
You'd hate to be that defender because you look so stupid.
The goalie just looked down and was like, at that point, you just have to give it to him. You got to be like, dude, that was amazing. I'm sorry.
Tortorella is their coach now. And
I love Torts.
But he's being such a, I can't say it.
You wanted to so bad.
I did. Because they said they've never seen this happen. The reporters and everything. He literally closed off the locker room. He didn't speak to the media. They won. They advanced. He didn't speak to the media. He closed off the locker room to them. I think he sent two of the guys over to talk, and they were literally like, "You got 10 minutes. Torch wants us on the bus is leaving, and he will leave us here. And I was like, what is wrong with this guy?
Because he's allowed to do that. There might be something that happened, maybe miscommunications that were happening. Like, even if they won the game, there might have been some stuff going on that he needs to clean up before they continue forward. So they will do that. If there's some kind of miscommunication, they can shut it down. Because there's something they don't want them asking that maybe somebody saw, you know?
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, and you know what? Or maybe he's like, we're going to shut it down so that we can move forward and take this win. You don't know what it is. But as a coach, if you feel like that's what you need to do, you do it.
But I thought they always had to talk to the media.
No, you can shut it down for whatever reason you want to. There might be an injury that nobody knows about, and they want to keep it quiet. You don't know. There's a million reasons why they can do that. Yeah. So you're not on the inside scoop there, Tina.
I guess not, Miss Amity, baseball player.
Hey guys, are you looking for a beautiful piece of jewelry? New piece of jewelry, maybe a gorgeous emerald, which is May's birthstone. Well, make sure you head down to the Golden Diamond Source. They have jewelry pieces to fit every budget, and let their experts help you pick out an amazing piece. And with 0% financing for up to 5 years, if you finance $5,000, it's only going to cost you $83 a month. Don't forget, they sell only real, natural diamonds, and they have a huge inventory to choose from. So make sure your diamond is a Golden Diamond Source diamond. For over 40 years, they have been Tampa Bay's most trusted name in fine jewelry. Located at 3800 Ulmerton Road in Clearwater. Make sure you go check them out. We're going to take a short break. You're listening to the SportsChix on 102.5 The Bone.
It's a love you give on.
Right now, because we just changed up the studio tremendously. And I got to tell you, having this person walk in is like a rock star coming into the building. It's unbelievable. Julie Weintraub is joining us, and we're so excited from the Golden Diamond Source. And I tell you what, this morning, I was like, I went to Journey last night, got home a little late, but Julie's coming in, putting a little extra mascara on so that I can fit the bill, because you are so absolutely stunning in person.
Yes.
I tell people all the time.
Not. Get out.
Yes.
But thank you for your kindness. I try. I tell people I'm not like one of those people that wake up good looking. Like, I have to do my hair and do my makeup. I try. Trust me. I cheat every way I can.
Well, you also have brought a guest with you, and we put her on a microphone because her voice is so lovely. So why don't you introduce your wonderful cousin?
Oh, okay, Tampa Bay. So she's flipping out. She was kind of shattering, living a day in my life today. But I've got my cousin Shannon from England here. Say hello to everyone in Tampa Bay, Shannon.
Hello,
Tell 'em
everyone
where
in
you're
Tampa
from.
Bay. I'm
Oh
from
my
Brighton, south of England.
I heard her talk. I go, BL, get up.
Yeah.
She's sitting in your chair. I got to listen to her talk for 5 minutes at
Yeah, I'm
least.
living the life I haven't lived before, so thanks for having me.
Oh, my God.
So what brings you into America? Like, just to come visit, or?
For work, so I'm just here for a month. But yeah, I I'd come over for the weekend to Florida. So yeah.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it?
I'm speechless. I just want to listen to her.
I miss home so much that it's funny. So we're watching any shows we watch that have British accents in it. Steve was like, why do you just fall asleep every time? I don't do that. I'm so soothed by British accents because it's my mom's language. I immigrated here when I was 7 years old from England. But whenever I hear that, it just reminds me of home. So if there's ever a show with, I'm just like, I just relax and go to sleep.
That's amazing.
Aw.
Wow, that's amazing.
Now,
Well-
what is the music scene like for you right now? Now, do you follow the old school, or are you all into new things? Like, what is going on in?
I think it's a bit of hit and miss, so I quite like all the new things. So it'll be the same things you guys listen to. We have quite a lot of Afrobeat, house, electronics, quite big now on the scene. But yeah, Fred Again. Do you know Fred Again?
No.
He's really good. He's quite big out there at the moment in England.
Okay, we'll have to check that out.
Yeah,
I
you
don't-
do.
I
He's
don't
really
really-
good.
Yeah, I don't care what she says, Julie.
I know. I'm just
I'm
staring
like,
at her.
She could be talking about a vitamin. I don't know. Whatever.
It's amazing.
Robert Pattinson and
Yeah.
Kelly Riley all have the English accents, and they're some of my favorite people. So it's just so neat to hear somebody talk.
I wish I wouldn't have got rid of mine. I say to Steve, I came here and I tried so hard to get rid of my British accent as a kid. And I'm like,
Aw.
why didn't I keep it? I would be so much more charming.
Well, here's the thing, though. If you go back home, does it kick back in?
Yes, immediately. And
Really?
Everyone's looks at me. My family's like, what are you saying? But even though it's the same language, a lot of the terminologies for the same things are completely different. So I do have to translate a little bit. But I do find myself like reverting back to speaking much more with a British accent.
Right.
When I go back. Not fully, but it definitely is there.
I have a former roommate of mine from a long, long time ago, and she was from South Africa. Wow. And her accent was nothing. And then she would pick up the phone and start talking, and I would say, that's got to be your mother. Because her mom calling immediately would kick back in her South African accent, and I couldn't understand a thing that was coming out of her mouth. It was amazing.
Yeah, it is great.
What is going on? Summertime, Golden Diamond Source, Mother's Day. The stress is over for you, Julie Weintraub.
Yes.
I cannot imagine being you. Well, Heather and I, we all went and witnessed you in the store, and you're so kind to all your customers.
Thank you.
Whether they're your daughter's new line.
Yes, Emma League.
Emma
We're
League.
going to view that here in a little bit with Shannon, but that was great. She did that right in time. My daughter's like, Mom, we need to have stuff that's like in normal price range for people in my age bracket that can't spend that much on jewelry, but they want real gold and diamond jewelry.
Right, and there's always the guy that says, listen, I work hard, I live check to check, but I want to respect my mom or my, whatever.
Stepmom, bonus mom, sister who's a mom.
There is a case for you at GDS, I promise. And then Julie takes us, this is the special order case, and you explained that no matter if you're getting a half carat up to 1 billion carats, you hand select and set. And
Absolutely. Every single diamond that qualifies to become a Golden Diamond Source diamond is hand selected. And out of 100 diamonds, we maybe pick 3 or 4. And you'll see my husband and my son Adam and different people looking at the diamond in different lighting to see if it qualifies to be that. And that's why I don't want to buy a lab-grown diamond. We're talking about that. Like, I'd be driving a private jet right now. I would have flown here if I sold them because they're basically free. And you're paying thousands of dollars for something that has zero trade-in value. When you buy a gold and diamond source diamond, if it's 5 weeks later or 15 years later, you get 100% of what you paid for that diamond towards any other diamond in our vast selection.
And I keep hearing they'll say, "Oh, my girlfriend got engaged." Or my bestie got engaged. It's 10 carats, but it's lab cut. And I keep thinking, what does that mean?
Or lab grown, yeah.
I'm sorry.
And it's not a lab. It's a factory. Let's be real. Like mass produced. They glow bright red in any machine, so you can check for them. And they're basically free, and you're paying thousands, tens of thousands, especially if it's a 10 carat. You're spending thousands of thousands for something they offer to give them to us free, you guys. Come on. I can make a real natural diamond affordable. Why buy a lab grown? The whole point of giving one is they were made in the earth millions and billions of years ago, representing your everlasting love, not mass produced in a factory.
Yeah, because I know somebody that that happened to, and they got the diamond, didn't know, and then they went in to get it insured, and they had it checked out, and the guy that was the company that was insuring it said it's really worth nothing, and they didn't know. So then it started a lawsuit because somebody sold them a diamond for a lot of money that really wasn't a diamond.
Yeah.
The ring that Julie is wearing is one of the most beautiful rings I think I've ever seen in my life. The reflection, I think, just fixed my cataracts. Because holy cow, that's probably the prettiest ring I've ever seen in my life.
It is beautiful. It's a GIA fancy yellow 15 karat that I just got for our 20-year anniversary. It's beautiful. I absolutely love it. And, these are amazing things that are made in the earth, And if you're not going to get a diamond, get a sapphire or another precious gemstone. Yes, you have some beautiful sapphires. I love your rings. But there's a lot of options out there. Don't go from a real natural diamond, something valuable that's made over millions and billions of years, to a lab-grown made in 9 days. Okay, come on.
Well, if we don't want to go lab, so of course we wouldn't go lab-grown, but what if we got that that Rolex laying around from 1985. Yeah. That's back in style with the kids.
Yeah.
Or dad's going, I don't like this. Turn it around and make it a mid-size. Go get yourself a new dial.
Sure.
You do that, right?
Sure. At Golden Diamond Source right now, through the end of the month, we are doing anything that you have, like your old gold and diamond jewelry, coins, whatever, precious metals. You bring them in. We are giving you double your trade-in value towards any other fine jewelry that you might like to wear. So take that old junk that you never grab, your missing earrings, missing pieces, bring it in and get one nice piece or a few nice pieces you will wear. You'd be shocked how much you get for it.
Now, is that diamonds only, or is that if you want to get a pre-owned Rolex, you can take a trade-in?
You can get anything that you want. We're doing the trade-in towards any jewelry, but not gold coins or possibly Rolex watches may be excluded from that. We do trade-ins for Rolex watches, though. So you can take your old Rolexes in, we evaluate them, and pick new Rolex watches. But the double your trade wouldn't apply to gold coins or Rolexes, but we have a jewelry wonderland. There's plenty of things there you can choose from.
Well, that's the most amazing thing is, when people think of your store, they're like, oh, and it can be overwhelming when you first walk in. I know we walked in, I was like, woo, okay.
Yes.
But your staff is so amazing, and they come up and they're like, what can I do for you? What can I, have you take a look at? What's your price point? Which is such an amazing thing, because if you walk in and you're like, you're like, I don't know if this is the place for me. Yes. I don't know if I can afford this. There's something in there that somebody can afford, and your staff knows that, and they're like, here's something you can look at for your price point, and they're amazing pieces that you don't think you can afford.
Yes, we train people that way, because I've been in jewelry stores all over the world, and this country and all over the world. I go in and I see what I like and don't like, and I've been shocked at how cold and weird, how badly people are treated, and I retrain our staff if they work at another jewelry store. I'm like, everything you learned, throw it in the garbage, because we don't sell anything here. We are auditioning to be someone's family jeweler. So you explain to them what they're buying. I try to make sure people feel comfortable right when they come in. We have greeters at the front door.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Golden Diamond Source. What direction can we point you in today? We make sure we respect where people want to be and take care of them. So it can be a fun experience.
One of my favorite postings on social, believe it or not, your husband, Steve Weintraub, of course, sent me a photo of myself and the late Fez Watley from Ron and Ron.
Yeah.
That has over 60,000 views.
That's
and
crazy.
Fez and I hosted one of the first Saturday specials, like a little special at the Golden Diamond Source, and we were so proud, and it was the little tiny store, and it was so much fun to watch what you guys have built this.
You guys go way back, way, way before me. I've been there for 20 years, and you've been there before me, actually, and you guys are amazing. You're still beautiful today, but you guys are the coolest, hottest chicks in town, and you're still doing amazing. And I remember hearing about you, and it's an honor to be here in the studio with you guys.
Well, it was the same for us, because when we walked in, you walked up to us, I was like, because I see the ads, and you're so gorgeous, and you're so beautiful. And then you started talking, and I'm like, she is just like us. Like this amazing chick that you just, amazing chick that you just want to hang out with. And it's awesome what you've done over there. And this month, and I know this, is the most amazing birthstone. It is the emerald. Yes. And I have seen the collection of emeralds over there. And if you are looking for something for somebody with this month's May birthstone, head over to the Golden Diamond Source and check out their emerald collection, because it is something to see.
Julie Weintraub, how often do you get stopped in the mall, or not mall? I'm dating myself. Sorry, I said the word mall, but do you get stopped? And you're not arrogant at all. How often do you get stopped? Like, you're her. Oh my goodness, you used to be on the tub at the airport. Where I'd be stressed out, throwing my shoes, belt off, lady, and I'm going. Oh,
you put your shoes on my face? We need to talk. No, I'm just kidding.
Germs everywhere. But
I don't know. I love people, and I love talking to people, and I really just don't. It never occurs to me that I'm better than anyone else. So I'm like, hey, how are you doing? And I like to talk to people. I'm never going to be like that. I just don't feel that way. So sometimes it can be awkward, but if people take pictures without telling me, that's weird, because I just take a picture with them. But I love people, and I'm nice, and it's not like I'm too good to talk to anybody, really. I love to chat with people.
So my question for you is, because there's so many more things I want to ask you about your charity work. I want to ask you about the Love on the Spectrum show. Do you have a chance to stick around, because we have to take a break, and then can we come back with you for just a little bit?
Sure, no problem.
Absolutely. All right.
Shannon, do you want to take us to a break?
Yes. All you have to do is say, we're going to take a short break. You're listening to the SportsChix. Go for it.
We're now taking a short break. You're listening to the SportsChix
on 102.5 The Bone. We have the wonderful Julie Weintraub in studio with us, and we wanted you to stick over for a little bit longer, because there's certain things that I wanted to talk about that we haven't been able to ask you about. And one of the things, is you've got the jewelry store, and you're wonderful, and you're like a rock star. But one of the things that people don't know about you is you have a very charitable side, and you do Hands Across the Bay. And you do amazing work with that charity. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the things that you guys do?
Well, I love to have that there. Fortunately, I'm blessed. I've worked really hard, but I know what it's like to have everything, but I also know what it's like to have nothing. I was a keynote speaker at an event with Empower Up Women yesterday with Newport Richey City Life magazine. And I was talking about that. And in high school, I got all my clothes at a thrift store on Main Street in Dunedin. So that was tough for me because I love style and I love fashion, but a really sweet lady at Dunedin High School, Mrs. Whitehead, brought me some of the newer, cooler clothes. So I do get that. Now that I'm doing well, I like to be able to help other people that are struggling and provide any way that we can. So we work with law enforcement agencies, federal agents. We take referrals from the state attorney's office. And if someone doesn't have a long criminal record and things like that, people are in a bad situation and no fault of their own. We help people rebuild their lives to get back on their feet and start living a good life again.
Yeah, because sometimes somebody just needs that chance.
Yes.
There's something that they just can't get past, that they need just a little bit of help, and you guys provide that for them, and it's amazing.
Yes.
And you know what? Speaking of Newport Richey, Julie, I worked at Volunteer Way Soup Kitchen. I did it. My friend Gina runs that. I'm telling you, there was a family that came in, semi-new van, just a normal life that we all live, right? Their kids had duct tape with tires to make sandals. That's how poor they were. And Volunteer Way has all the clothes stacked up in the back, sizes for all the kids, and not trying to plug over top of what you do, but it all goes in the way you said you've had your way with shopping pre-owned.
Absolutely. You can bless somebody else with things you have. We love to do that. And listen, I'm not in competition for anybody. That's volunteer work. So I'm happy to work with any other charitable organization that is out there doing good work and not just making a ton of money and saying they do all this stuff and then no one's able to get help. We have a real problem with our domestic violence shelters in our entire community, that they are using bed fillers, which are homeless and drug addicted people to fill their beds. And when actual domestic violence victims want to be able to get away or need shelter, they are never, ever being able to help find shelter. Call any of the domestic violence shelters around town and see if you can get a bed anywhere. Why can you not get a bed? And what kind of people are there? They should be specifically reserved for women who are seeking to get away from domestic violence situations, because those are all the things they say they do at their charitable events. We need to hold them accountable to actually do that work. We have homeless shelters. We have places that help those kind of folks. They should not be in the domestic violence shelters taking up the beds. And then these women have to go in there and someone's shooting up right next door to them, or someone's coming in wasted at 4:00 in the morning. That is not what the people are funding all these shelters for. So we need to hold them accountable.
Where do we help on that, though? Who do we call? What's the websites? Where's all the info?
I think when you go and tour some of these places or call them and say, what kind of people are here? And the excuse I heard, and I didn't win a lot of friends when I called them out on this, was, oh, we're taking government funding and we can't tell them not to do drugs because that's what their abuser bosses them around. It was the stupidest thing I've ever heard in a long time. So we need to just hold them accountable for what kind of people. These scheduled tours of DV shelters always look amazing. Show up, find out what's going on.
And the domestic violence places they obviously need more security, because if the men find out where they are, and if it's just the homeless people, or a homeless shelter, they wouldn't have the kind of security that these women would need.
No, they have it there, but they're providing it to the wrong people.
Right.
If you held that for a school teacher or a mom or someone whose husband was insanely violent, we would have those places available. We don't have them available, and it's not for the reason that they tell you. It is for the reason that you're having people that are getting drunk and drugged up every weekend and beating each other up. This is not what people are funding these shelters for. We want to make sure that people that are in a bad situation, to no fault of their own, have a safe place to go when they need it.
And it happens in just seconds. That's what's so bizarre about it. A family just loses their job, and then
They need
Boom.
that help.
That's why they were in a regular van, just making the little $229 a month car payment, and then
Yeah.
boom, they're going, "What do we do now?"
And we can help stop that from happening. So we jump in, help catch them up on a couple car payments or whatever. If there's no criminal record, it's someone that's trying the best they can. And then we have prevented so many people from becoming homeless by just giving them a fresh slate to start on.
That's wonderful.
So if somebody wants to donate or to step
Yes.
in and help out with you guys, what's the best way
You
for
just
them
go
to reach
right
you?
on to handsacrossthebay.org. If you're seeking help, you have to go through, obviously, a law enforcement agency, your caseworker, or things like that. But you can support and help us at Hands Across the Bay. 100% of it goes to the people that need help. No one gets paid there. I don't get paid. It's all volunteer work. So we're definitely a great organization, and we'll be a great steward of your donor dollars if you have anything to donate.
Which is important because sometimes where you think your money is going doesn't exactly all go to that. It goes to their advertisements and all these things.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars salaries.
And
for
you
the-
don't realize that not all of your money goes to where you're thinking you're donating it. So it's important.
Exactly, yes.
One of the other things that you guys did, which I thought was amazing, is you guys provided the engagement ring
Yes.
for the Love on the Spectrum couple, and they were in your store and you were helping them pick out the diamond, and it was the coolest thing. So tell us about that because they were so excited.
That was really cool because another one of my cousins in England, Winter, messaged me. She's like, I can't believe I thought I saw a golden diamond source diamond. So, yes, they did purchase their diamond from us. They're an amazing couple. They're so sweet. I spent some time with them, and they're just really nice, good people. We've had a lot of fun, famous people. The guy from OCC came and got his diamond at Golden Diamond Source. So it's great. It's like a jewelry wonderland. We've had more and more bigger celebrities from different shows come in. But, those kids, Tyler and Madison, they are really, really special. And you can see why they are so popular.
Well, it was so sweet because they were getting it fitted, and your staff was just doing this amazing job with them, and then you're in there, and they were so excited to meet you because you're the face of Golden Diamond Source, and they were very excited, and the ring was beautiful, and it was just this amazing experience. And I think that's the thing that people don't get is coming into Golden Diamond Source to get your engagement ring.
Right.
Not only are you going to get a real natural diamond, but the experience. You pick out the stone, and then you get to go over to a section that you have all of the settings, and you have so many to choose from that you can pick and choose and just create this amazing engagement ring. It's not just like off the shelf, here it is.
Yes.
You get the stone first, and then you design it.
Yes.
And you do it, Julie, right? You are hands-on. I mean, you kind
Yes.
of oversee a lot of that.
Yes, I do help oversee that. Steve does all of the diamond buying, negotiating that end. I mean, you should hear him. They're like friends, but they're all screaming at each other. And then we go to dinner, and I'm like, weren't you just about to punch him in the office? Like, I don't know. It's a whole different world with the diamond vendors that are different, cultures that he deals with, Russians and Israelis and what have you. So it's really funny. But the fashion and things like that, my niece Sarah is our head buyer, and I work with her and Maze and Olin, some of our other top associates, to help select every single mounting and fashion piece you see in there. We are hands-on picking things that we would wear and trying to foresee what our clients are asking for, what direction they want to go in. There is something really cool and unique about Madison's ring. She loves the color red. So if you've seen her ring, you'll notice there are some rubies that Tyler placed in her ring.
That's amazing.
And always remember, and guys in the audience are going, what are all those C's and what does all that mean? They just want something. And I tell you, I've seen a beautiful quarter or half carat diamond that is so sparkly at your store that is prettier than something you shouldn't go into try to afford a 2-3 carat. Get something within your means. And I heard you ask, what's your budget? What do you want to spend?
Right. And you can adjust that, the color and clarity of the ring. If you want something a little bit bigger, but you don't mind if it's a little bit warm or doesn't have the clarity that, so you want to get that size. We have the selection that you can choose from to get the diamond that looks good and comfortable for you. So all of those things can be adjusted, and we can tell you, okay, this one's this much because of this. And if you go to here and it has a little bit of warmth, you can get one this size and give you those options. Again, it's auditioning to be your family jeweler.
Got all this talk. I want to go buy a bunch of diamonds right now. I want a diamond on every finger.
Well, it's funny because when you walk in the store, like BL and I walked in the store and we were walking around for a couple minutes waiting for Julie, and I was like, ooh. oh, my goodness. And then I was like, I can feel my credit card going, go ahead, do it. And I was like, ah. But it's just
That was
so,
me.
it's just so lovely. Like the entire store. And it's amazing. They have the section that I looked at and I was like, okay. And then they have this section over in the back where some of the stuff in the case, I'm like, wow. And it's just like this, like a
10
ring. Like
carats, 15 carats, 20
Yes.
carats. We're one of the only jewelers that have stuff like that.
Yes, Isaiah.
From being the only guy in the room right now for SportsChix, what I'm interested in is the timepieces that you have, the Rolexes.
yes.
Like, tell us more about what you have.
We have Rolexes, Patek. We have some amazing Cartier, beautiful, incredible watches for men and women. We have a huge watch selection and men's selection. We have a new men's line, Madero, that is absolutely incredible and so stylish. So even if you're a woman or a man, whoever you're looking for, we have so much to choose from.
Sounds good. And just a location. Where do I go to if I'm lost? What's the address?
Okay, it's easy. 3800 Ulmerton Road, and it's right off 275. Super easy to get to, 10 minutes from West Shore, maybe 35, 40 minutes from Sarasota.
So I was stalking Shannon again during the commercial. I made her start
Shannon.
recording commercials now, just so I can listen to her voice every show we have.
Shannon is Julie Weintraub's cousin visiting abroad from
From abroad, yeah.
yes, from abroad.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Do you watch Love in the Spectrum? I saw your eyes light up.
Yeah, I do. All my friends do as well. So that's a big celebrity for us. So
Yeah,
I'm very
see?
jealous.
You're going to get extra cool points. Do I get extra cool older
yeah,
cousin
that's
points?
unreal.
Did
We
you
love
not
the
know?
show.
Did you not know?
No, I haven't watched. Is this season?
It's this season.
Yeah, I haven't finished it yet, but I need to watch it now. Honestly,
Yeah.
I love
Isn't
them
that so
all.
cool? Yeah.
You know who she reminds me of? Daenerys Targaryen. Does she not?
Who's that?
From
Yes.
Game of
Had
Thrones.
blonde
Game of-
hair before, too. Is that the
Did she-
blonde one? The
Yes.
recorded
Yeah, the
blonde?
dragon.
Yeah,
queen.
yeah.
Yes.
I love her hair, her
The
natural
dragon
color,
from
though.
Games of Thrones.
Not the
Yeah.
dragon.
Not the dragon.
Really pretty woman.
I was thinking great.
It's a compliment.
No.
It's a
Okay.
compliment.
Yes,
She's
it is.
gorgeous.
I'll have to Google when I
She's
get out.
gorgeous. You'll be complimented.
Yes.
About 2 minutes left, Julie. Real quick, are you and Steve, your husband, Steve Weintraub, are you guys ever going to do those funny commercials anymore that ran for so long? Will you guys?
Yes,
be
yeah,
reshooting?
I'm sure we will. We love to make people laugh. You know, you just got to have a good sense of humor because things come in and I grab them. He's like, it's a jewelry store, not a Julie store. And we have fun with it. I'm like, oh, come on. Give it a break.
It's so much fun to watch Steve grow up in the Bay, though. I mean, he was always a class act in the 80s. Such a great guy.
Was
And
he, though?
Yes, he
In
was.
the 80s?
I got to tell you.
Oh, come on.
Hey,
in
he's
the 80s?
no.
No, he wasn't. He wouldn't even tell you that. No, I'm just kidding.
No, he looked like do you guys remember Leif Garrett in the 80s? Y'all weren't born yet.
I love
There-
Leif
He
Garrett.
had this blonde feathered
Feathered hair,
Steve-
like curly hair. They used
Oh.
to call him the lion. I was born in 72, so I was around in the 80s, but I don't know if I know who that was, but I'm going to look it up and show it to Steve.
Yeah, exactly. But y'all got to do a commercial. So Hands Across the Bay, Julie,
Yeah.
your charity, and
Thank you for recognizing that. It's the unglamorous side of my work. I'm replacing hair, skin, nails, like eyeballs and things like that. It's really, really tough. I have so many women who have bullets in their head, and I just flew another young girl to Mayo Clinic because her eye is sewn shut from being shot in the head, and
Oh my gosh.
Mayo Clinic is able to tell her that she'll be able to open her eye and they'll be able to take the stitches out at some point. So we're helping fund that. I am really working on my family life, so I've been doing charity fundraisers lately. So we hope people remember us. We're kind of getting by on what we're making at Golden Diamond Source, and philanthropic people remembering us and sending their dollars our way.
Well, thank you
Thanks,
so much
Julie.
for coming in. We are so excited that you came in today. And by all means, stop by anytime because we're
Sure.
right down the road.
Absolutely.
We're going to take a short break. You are listening to the Sports Chicks on 102.5 The Bone. For a spring special, 10 buffalo shrimp and fries for just $9.99 all day, every day. Plus, Hooters has all the great specials on Big Daddy mugs of Miller Lite or Blue Moon. And every Monday at Hooters is Burger Monday. You can get a cheeseburger, fries, and a drink for only $9.99. And Hooters always has the games on, so you can catch all the baseball action. Hooters, always original.
I feel sorry for Shannon. I feel like I was basically molesting her.
A little
in the
bit.
studio.
Say this. Say that again. Tina's like, oh, say something. Her accent is
You
amazing.
look like the mother of dragons.
You did, Daenerys Targaryen.
I know she goes, and what did she say? I look like a dragon. No, sweetheart, you don't look like a dragon. You look like the mother of dragons. And then I showed her a picture of Emily Clark is her name. And she's like, oh, okay. Oh, thank you so much.
I'll be right back. Don't cuss.
Thank you. Thanks for having trust in us.
What was that?
Oh, he has to go get BL because she forgot her pass. She can't get back in the building.
Oh, my gosh.
So he said, don't cuss. He doesn't trust you, and he shouldn't.
Shoot.
Tina. Tina, you're rotten. Hey, one of the things that we were talking about off the air that is actually amazing is I have not had social media in a long time until we went back on the air. And then all of a sudden, I start having, my Instagram and all this stuff.
Did you cuss, Tina?
No.
No swearing.
Go sit down.
But one of the things that I have seen some swearing on is people getting caught now having a Tinder account. So the wife or the husband will find their spouse's Tinder account that they secretly found, and then they'll set up their phone and they'll invite their Tinder dates over or do something like that, and the person doesn't know, so they've set the phone up, and then all of a sudden, like, the husband will go up to open the front door to let somebody in. Oh, I invited a friend over. And he'll go to open the door, and then he slams the door shut real quick, and she's like, who was it? Open the door. And he's like, no. And it's his Tinder date, and she's like, by the way, you're moving out. I have found your Tinder account, and apparently you're hoeing around.
Instagram and TikTok have basically the same kind of videos, and I do see this on TikTok a lot. And the last one I just saw, it was the guy's birthday. It was her husband's birthday. She drove him to his girlfriend's house with the kids in the car, said, get out, happy birthday, and I want a divorce.
Oh, man.
So pretty brutal, but they deserve it. And they always turn it around. What do you mean? What are you talking about? You went through all this trouble to do this? Like, they try to turn it around on them every single time.
Did the two of you, I've been up and down in the building today. Okay, did the two of you talk about that smart scale story?
No.
That's what we were
sorry.
No. That's what we were going to talk about also.
Yeah, so go into that. Your son has a smart scale, right? So he's always weighing himself.
Yeah, so we had a really old weighing scale, whatever. So I bought one that's, like a smart one. Well, I never set it up. I'm just going to weigh myself. I don't care. But it gives you some of them give you like your water weight, if it's water weight also, your BMI and all that stuff. So you set it up, you do the little scan, and then it's an app on your phone, and then it can tell you all the different things. It told him how tall he was.
What?
Yeah. And so he goes and he does it because I didn't bother to do it, like I said. And then so every time somebody gets on the scale, it goes to his phone. I'm like, hey, won't you be looking at that when I get on that scale? So
that's how the couple got busted? That's what happened? So 3 a.m., the girl was out of town, the wife.
Right.
Now, we were talking about Tina's son, but on the same level, the smart scale went off around 2 or 3 a.m. This is a story a couple weeks ago. But, it said you weigh 130 pounds. The lady's out of town. She knows her man doesn't weigh 130 pounds. So he got busted cheating like that. The hoe was, weighing it. Yes, Isaac.
But why be on the scale in the middle of the night?
Because it's a lady. We always want to know how much we weigh.
I've never dated a lady that did that.
Not at 2 a.m. It's a written rule or known rule that you weigh yourself with no clothes on very first thing in the morning. Right. That's when you get the best reading.
What happens in your house in the morning?
No, but boots and clothing, that all comes in at what, 2-3 pounds?
Dude, I took a sweatshirt off one time and it was like a couple pounds difference.
Yeah, my doctors make me strip off.
Oh, no, they don't.
They do not.
Your doctor does not do that.
Yes, my rheumatologist plays bomb chicka bomb bomb, pretty much. Doesn't Dr. Rudolph play that when he has a baby?
No, he does not. No.
I love Dr. Rudolph. He's so hot. He bought my ex-husband and I's house. He delivered Heather's baby, Nicole Allstott's child.
He does the athletes' babies a lot.
Yeah. He's gorgeous.
So I will tell you this, and this is so funny. Hi, Dr. Rick, because I know he listens. So
Hi, Ricky.
What in the world did you just do?
Go ahead.
Dr. Phone.
So Dr. Rick, at the time that I was having Zoe, was single, right?
Oh.
And so, because we had a suite when I had my daughter, and it had a side room, so I had a couple friends of mine that came in to be there, and my stepdad was there, and it was a bunch of people there, and they were all off in the side room. Well, my doctor is standing there, and one of my friends is like, "Oh my God, he's single?" And I was like, "Yeah," and she was like, "Well, I didn't know that. I would have put on some makeup." And I was like,
Oh my
"You're not
God.
here for him. You're here for me. I'm the show. I'm having a baby."
Yeah, Ricky Rudolph has delivered everybody's kid.
Everybody's.
I think the Wellses, maybe. I don't remember. He's had everybody, and he's besties with, I think, Paul Delgado from Fox 13.
Really?
And he's just such a good person. So if you're pregnant, go see him.
He doesn't deliver anymore. He stopped delivering. Now he's just a regular check you out
So
doctor.
we went from getting on a scale to your doctor wants you naked to
Dr.
Rudolph.
Rudolph. Yes. Yeah.
And
Do
Dr.
the math.
Rudolph, you have to be naked for him to view you, right? To have a baby?
That's
Hello?
usually how it
Wow.
works, Brenda.
Yeah.
Well, it was all naked.
I know
Okay.
your thing's barren.
My womb is barren. Yes.
Well, you know,
Not Barron Trump.
when I had, oh my God.
Sorry,
really?
it went with the whole bit. Go ahead.
When I had my daughter, the one thing, Dr. Rudolph was going to wear one of my husband's catcher's masks because he thought it would be funny to like catch my daughter. And my
That's
husband
hot.
was like, "There's not a chance in the world we're bringing my nasty catcher's mask into the delivery room. That's just not going to happen."
Hey, thanks to Julie Weintraub for coming in.
Yes.
We appreciate it. Maybe Dr. Rudolph delivered her children.
It's not my business, and I'm not going to ask that question.
This is not an ad for Ricky, is
It's
it?
not. I can't even imagine my phone how hard it's going to blow up later when people are like, "Hey, Rick, they were talking about you on the SportsChix."
Everybody text Dr. Rick right now. Hey,
Do you want to hear something that is cool? So my daughter was delivered on Ricky's birthday.
Oh,
So they share a birthday.
that's cool.
So every year on her birthday, he sends a text and says,
What
"Happy
is
birthday."
he? What's his zodiac?
Oh
Libra.
God, here we go.
No,
what
I'm
is
not
he?
going to do that.
Well, when's your daughter's birthday?
Well, I'm not going to say that on the air
Can I
either.
have the month?
November,
Oh, so she's
closer towards Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. So she's a Scorpio?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't do the whole thing.
Okay, well, if you would know who broke your heart throughout your life. You
That's
guys
not true.
You guys never listen to me. You need to be on the TikTok. They would tell you all about that.
Why do I need the TikTok? I have you. Who's going to break my heart?
I was watching somebody on the news the other night. I look at my husband. He dislikes when I say the whole zodiac thing. And I go, guarantee that guy is a Leo. He goes, what are you talking about? It was a newscaster. I did it. August 14th, Leo. They look like a lion. Like Steve Weintraub looks like a lion.
Saying real trees looks like a lion.
Yes, he does. They have this, what's that thing called below your, or above your lip line? Anyway, they have,
The
it
little
looks,
indentation you're
Yes.
talking about.
yes, it looks just like a lion. You'll know a Leo in seconds.
Well, it's just, I don't know. This is a little too personal, but I always used to say that was my little spot. That's weird that you brought that up.
That's
Oh.
so weird. So what is a Taurus then?
Oh, all those people broke my heart. I got broke heart from 3 Tauruses, but I do love getting together with a Taurus.
All right.
Oh, that's Josh
Brenda.
Paul. Sorry.
My husband's like, "Nope."
Hey, listen, touche, okay? You ain't seen a piece of this Golden Palace. You wish,
You are
Josh
correct.
Paul.
You are correct about that. I have not seen the Golden Palace.
These legs will wrap a snake, okay?
All right.
Don't you
Oh,
forget it.
We haven't been able to go off the rails like this all show, so here we go. Last few minutes, you better hold
Yep.
on.
Woo, boy.
She's letting it out now.
She is for sure letting it out now.
Hey,
Boy.
is the Preakness this weekend?
Yeah.
So when
Ponies.
when my friend Andy called in and gave people the picks for the Derby and people won
Yeah.
money because of what he says,
What's his picks for the Preakness?
Sully in California
Yes.
1 7 and 11 as a is it called a trifecta now still? He got on me about using Exacta or Quinella. I know. It's very confusing.
A quinella box. That means they can come in any order. So those 4 horses.
But he said people don't use quinella anymore. It's called exacta.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know. But anyway, those are anybody who wants to place a bet.
I
There
have
you go.
absolutely no idea what you're talking about, but I'll go with it. It's been a great show. Thank you, Julie Weintraub, for checking in with us. And hopefully she comes back again.
And Mike O radio show coming up, so stay tuned.
Absolutely. Have a great weekend. I'm Heather.
I'm BL.
Sports Arena Tina signing out.
And I'm Isaiah.
Bye, Isaiah.